Anyways, new Pope. Hey, Boston Billy, love the podcast. Keep up the good work. Thank you. What do you make of all this news about the Pope retiring? Oh, Jesus. Personally, I'm not that religious and don't really care that much. Maybe if they elected a new Pope that was young, well, that was some young hot lady in her 20s, I would give a shit. What do you think, Bill? Is there more to the story that they're not telling us? Were his age and health issues the only reason he retired? Is the church covering anything up? Oh, come on, dude. Are they covering anything up? They fucking have been, a certain percentage of them have been covering up other fucking kids for a long time. You know, during World War II, there was, they got in bed with the Nazis. I mean, it really is one of the worst organizations as far as some of the shit that they've done. You know? But people are so wrapped into not pissing off the invisible guy and wanting to go to the happy place and get to eat marshmallows for the rest of your fall fucking eternity that they are actually, it's disturbing that people can still be part of that religion. You know what I mean? I don't understand how, the stuff that they've done. So, I would say, there's probably something going on. I don't know. Maybe he said something like, hey, maybe we should apologize for having that clam bake with Adolf Hitler. Should we maybe clear the air with that one? Hey, what do you say we actually don't help to pay for the lawyers of the people in our organization who put their dicks in the asses of kids? Maybe he said something like that. I have no idea. Anyways, he said, also, what are some of the ways that they could make the church more interesting? For example, maybe let broads become priests. I bet more people would pay attention. Or how about letting people sit in lazy boys instead of sitting and kneeling in those terrible rock-hard benches they call pews? I know, it's so dumb. The whole thing is to get you like you're not worthy. You're not worthy. You're not worthy. Get on your fucking knees. And it's all made up by human beings taking a guess and other adults because they get into it as kids. They I don't know why. I actually know why, because I believe that there is like a spirituality, and I believe that you feel good when you do good things, and I just think that you can't corral that. Nobody owns it, and you can't put a fucking, I think that all churches should just be philosophies rather than this hardened way of looking at things. Just the amount of death that it has caused. I'm not saying anything fucking new. You guys know how I feel on this shit. Finally, how about we liven up the music a bit and add some newer sounds? Maybe a little guitar and drums. Well, what you need to do is go to a Baptist church. Go to a church where you don't see any white people going in there. That would be a good one to start with. And I bet you're amazing. You'll hear people who actually in those churches probably sing better than half the people who won Grammys that year. I mean, how many times have you seen some emaciated whore sticking her finger in her ear, trying to act like they know how to sing? And what's behind them all the fucking time? It's always like fucking 3 black chicks or 2 black chicks and some black dude. I mean, that's where the music is. That's where it's coming from. If that's what you want, just fucking go there. They're not going to give a shit, right? They may look at you weird, but after a while, once they see you feeling the music, you should be fine. You should be fine. The rest of the shit, I don't know. I think that they should maybe update the stories every once in a while. Maybe just make up some new shit. Just say, oh, you know what? God came back again, and the burning bush said, let he who never illegally downloadeth the song, just something to fucking update it. I don't know what to tell you. You know what I mean? I don't know. Update it. I guess, there are some of those new age. The new age ones are just as scary because then somehow somebody always ends up saying they're Jesus, and the next thing you know, you're surrounded by the FBI and there's tanks shooting flames at you. Or you're waiting for some aliens to come, and next thing you know, everybody's drinking some poison and you die in a fucking bunk bed. Or in the middle of the jungle with some sweaty fucking conga player, whatever the fucking that guy's name was. I think you're better is when it comes to spirituality and that type of shit. I think you're better off on your own. I think I think generally speaking, if you're not a psycho, you kind of know how to be a decent human being. I'm not saying that you always succeed in it. I certainly don't. But how the fuck do I put it? I would rather sit at a bar about 6, 7 beers in and talk to somebody else who is in the same mind frame and talk about life than I would to actually go to a church and listen to some guy up there going, and then he did something, and he did something else. He did it for you. He died painfully. I hope you appreciate him. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. You're not fucking worthy. We want you to remember this. You're a piece of shit. You better hope he's not mad at you. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. I mean, who the fuck wants to sit there through that? I mean, they're still telling stories about lepers. Can we fucking update it? The world was flat. No, the world is flat, and there was some lepers. And a guy had a big boat. He stuck some animals on. What am I singing? I don't even know. I shouldn't have listened to my mother. Like, how do you end up in that? Okay, here's a job where you're not going to be able to ever fuck another woman again. Well, do I get a wife? No, you don't get that. You're going to sit in this dorm room with a bunch of other guys. None of you are going to get any pussy whatsoever. Okay, there you go. There's a natural, like the whole thing is just like, as far as the Catholic way, it's just like just flogging yourself. Do you understand how fucked up it? You got one fucking life. You should be out having the time of your life. Not hurting anybody, but having the time of your life and enjoying it because you fucking deserve it. Because you were lucky enough to be born a human being and not a fucking housefly. What if reincarnation is true? All right? And you're going to fucking come back as I don't know, something a snake eats. One of those little fucking lizards sitting there darting around. Even if you don't get eaten by a snake, you only live like 14 days. You can fucking drive a car. You never see a lizard doing that shit, do you? Ah, Jesus, this asbestos fucking with me. Hey, everybody, guess where I'm going this week? I'm in beautiful downtown fucking Los Angeles.